Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new episode of the cheesiest man alive. So we're gonna try to attempt another cannon rush. Now, I decided that rather than just focusing exclusively on cannon rushes, we're gonna be focusing on a bunch of different things. So it's just going to be the cheesiest things that I can come up with. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't necessarily need to be a cannon rush, because I figured I don't want to have another thing like beating Grandmaster with stupid stuff where I'm just gonna pigeonhole myself. No, I want to have a lot of freedom in what I can play, and there's going to be a lot of cannon rushes, don't get me wrong, but there's also just going to be lots of cheese and lots of things that theoretically shouldn't be working. And I think that's going to be the main thing. It's just that it is very imperfect, everything that I want to be playing. Like, these things, they should be dumb, they should make very little sense, and if the things make almost no sense but it can still work, that is kind of the type of strategy that I want. Now, this doesn't mean that, like I said, I'm completely gonna stop my cannon rushes, because I actually kind of like the cannon rushes. It's they're fun. So we're playing here against, I think this is a 5k Zerg, and these guys should know a lot about cannon rushes, because literally all they do all day is get cannon rushed. So gotta build one of these bad boys over here. And then I can get one here and one pylon here. This cannon rush I actually saw max packs do. He's gonna come with, well, hopefully for him something. Oop, good attempt. It's probably not gonna work here for him. He's attacking this one first. I think I'm just gonna let that finish, but I could also cancel and build another pylon. Oh, he's actually gonna keep going, which is something I hadn't completely expected. I forgot to build my cyber core as well, which is actually kind of dumb. Have to admit it. Oh, I actually kind of want to keep this this worker alive, don't I? So we're gonna get one more cannon. I don't think we can get that. This one isn't doing anything. This one is gonna help out killing that building. My cyber core actually was a little bit too late here. That's my bad, but I still think it's going to be semi-fine. Now, the reason why I wall on the low ground is in this type of scenario, you actually don't really... Oh, it's getting a roach warren. It's pretty late though. Yeah, it is not going to be in time. So I can just... this is a hold, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the main thing that or a hold, it's a kill. So a hold by me. It's called Team Void. I don't know what that is. Gonna just get one of these, and I'm gonna go into a Stargate as well. Okay, so we're gonna be transitioning out of this pretty quickly, and everything's good. I'm not sure about this cannon. I think I should have canceled that one pylon and rebuilt one, but I mean, that's too little too late at this point, and I'm still happy with the result that I have so far. I'm gonna be going into... I'm not sure if I should have gone double gas. I don't think it's awful, so yeah, I'm not super disappointed with my own performance here. I'm gonna be getting a cheeky one of those bad boys, and now we're in the weird, well, for him weird situation, where he, I guess, what actually does he want to do? He probably wants to expand, but that's not gonna happen. Up, that bad boy dies. He's trying to take these things down, but I mean, I'm not too worried about that either. There's two pylons that are gonna end up falling, so I am kind of worried about that. He isn't getting what you call him? He isn't getting any speed or anything like that, which means that this bad boy is never going to die. Wonder if I should kill this or just let it be. I think I'm just gonna let it be for now. He has 3 overlords here. I don't think he's going to be quick enough in moving those back. So altogether, this is a pretty solid game so far out of me. I could finish this, but I also can't really be bothered, so I'm not going to finish it. We have this Void Ray that's going to do a lot of damage. I think we're just going to be completely fine. We're actually just going to be completely fine. We're going to take out 2 of these bad boys. We just go into Mass Void Ray, obviously. Oh, he's trying to move across the map. Oh, my friend, that shouldn't really work here. Yes. We're getting a lot of damage down here. And I still have like 3 of these guys that have half HP. So I'm gonna get even more damage. I killed that that queen as well. I mean, we just have a fantastic setup right here. Oh! Second one of these. And he's gonna get another queen, and by the time he gets that second queen, don't forget my my oracle should be able to fly in and just start dealing a crap ton of damage. He's gonna have one more bile probably. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. He built 2 spores in random locations. I probably just was afraid of dying. We're gonna be going into actually, I'm not sure what I want to get into. Do we want to go into... What actually do I want to go into? Do I want to get my fleet beacon now and go like carriers from here? That is pretty low skill. But I could also just take a fast third base. Like the main thing isn't necessarily that I go into something cheesy the entire time, but that my opener is very cheesy. Like I want the opening to be as dumb as possible, or well as weird as possible, and then from there on out kind of be like, hey, let's see what I can do from here, you know? Oh, I can do a lot from here because he is he's dying right now. He really is busy dying. And then hopefully soon we will be able to get to a pretty decent MMR with this as well. And then I'm actually really curious what will get me higher MMR. Playing really weird cheeses or playing very solid StarCraft like I usually do. So it's like, this isn't even so much like it's supposed to be a fun series as well, but also where, you know, it's just a bit of an experiment. It's like, hey, like, have I been missing out all these years where I've been maybe a little bit too standard and too focused on playing like a proper person, you know? Well, playing like a complete clown also definitely has its ups. And then hopefully it will make me a better player as well once I start mixing these two styles together, you know? This doesn't actually work because whenever they turn into an overseer, their armor type actually changes. I mean, he's just really dead. I'm not quite sure how else to say it, but he's like insanely dead right now. He just, for whatever reason, isn't quite aware of that yet. So, I'm gonna get a couple more adepts as well. I just kind of want to push out across the map and go. We now have our Void Ray movement speed, which is going to be extremely helpful, for sure. And I mean, we can just change whatever we want. We can also micro way easier in this way. Look at that, just flying back. We can even kind of stutter step with Void Rays, which I don't think this was intended when Void Ray got built. Micro wasn't the cleanest, I'll have to admit. But yeah, this game is just going to end right here, right now. These 2 bad boys can go back in. I mean, it's just game over. I'm really surprised he hasn't left yet. The funny thing is very often these people have no clue what type of MMR you are. They just lose to a cannon rush and they go, ah, this guy must suck. Otherwise, there's no way I would have lost. So I wouldn't be surprised if I get flamed a couple of times by people saying, if you were to play a macro game, you wouldn't win this. And I'm like, well, actually, if I would play a macro game, my friend, I'd be like 1200 MMR higher. But, you know, that's something that... perhaps we should mention. I'm really surprised he decides to stay in. Maybe he just hasn't scouted in a while. Meanwhile, we're taking a 4th base, obviously. This is just lovely. This is lovely. Absolutely lovely. He's going into Hydras. I mean, he's still dead. Like, no matter what he's going into from one base. Like, I have more Void Rays than my man has Hydras over here. It really is just over, my friend. I'm not sure what to do to get the message across more clearly. Maybe there's nothing I can do. Maybe the message is clear enough, but he just doesn't want to... Okay, there we go. Rattlers leaves, we win a couple of points. I played a couple of games without recording it. My bad, but I just got so excited to cannon rush, so... I think I lost a little bit of MMR, I can't quite remember, but... Right now we're at 5642, and I think we should be going up, hopefully a little bit at least. Like, I didn't have a higher MMR account, otherwise I would have used it for this, because I don't like taking MMR from people slightly lower, but you know, it is what it is. sometimes you do need to level an account up in order to play on that account, and that's what this is for. So first big win, and hopefully we get a second one. All right, we got ourselves a Protoss player once again. This time it's the Muslim, and we're gonna cannon rush him. See if we can, what we can manage to do here with a cannon rush. If we're a little bit cheeky, I'm not sure if on a wall on the low ground or on the high ground. I do know a couple of spots in this map, if I recall correctly, that are pretty sick, but I'm not sure if it's going to end up working. Let's see. This spot has been banned, I think. This one still might exist, though. We'll have to see. It depends a bit on how he builds his initial buildings, how we're gonna have to end up dealing with this mess. We can always, of course, go for a cheeky wall on top of the ramp, worst case scenario. Don't think we need a 17th worker. So we're just gonna be going here, just checking around, like, hey, that's weird. What you doing, buddy? We're just gonna build a straight cannon here. And hop. Absolutely beautiful. He's gonna try to go for a forge himself. Yeah, keep attacking it. I don't think that's gonna work. We're gonna get more cannons here right now. Not entirely brilliant out of me, I have to admit. Maybe we can actually block this in somehow, some way. If I push this out of the way. Maybe I can block these bad boys in. Oh, that's beautiful. This is looking pretty tight at least. This honestly isn't looking half bad, is it? The only problem is that I was a little bit slow with doing certain things, so I'm not too happy or too proud about that. He's getting a cybercore, but that cybercore is pretty late. He loses that worker, which is also good for me. So actually what we can just do is we can just take an expo, full wall with a cybercore here, and then we're probably just going to be fine. Yeah, I mean, he can take these things down, I don't care too much. We want a little bit more in money. I guess I'll just full wall, and then I'll leave these two two probes on this side of the map. I can see what type of thing he gets. Maybe I can use one to actually scout if there's any proxy probes on the map. I don't think there is. He used one probe, sent it across the map. I killed that with this probe, and the other one actually just stayed at home. So once again, we're gonna be heading into successful territory here. At least I hope so. I'm not even sure what I want. Do I want a Stargate here? Do I want, like, what exactly is my plan here, you know? Like, is it going to be a quick Stargate, or am I just going to be pretty happy with something else? I think I'm just gonna go for a Stargate. The only problem that I have is that I'm not quite sure what he is doing. So I'm even considering getting a battery in the main base and a battery in the natural, but then again, do I really want batteries everywhere? I don't think so. Also, the moment he starts building oracles, let's not forget about it, he becomes pretty weak. Like, he can't kill this. You need Void Rays or something like an Immortal to kill that. So I'm actually gonna build an Adapt. I think an Immortal would not be completely unlikely. I'm just gonna be, because I have a full wall, I don't really need to do anything. I'm just gonna patrol this probe over here, like a Zerg player. I don't think I need to patrol this area. just gonna get mass void race. I get a battery in my natural, and I try to scout what my opponent is doing. I can keep this one in the natural as well, I guess. Probably get a battery here too. Like, he's not even trying to break it yet. So, that's actually pretty good for me. It's possible he's saving up 2 oracles, but then everything is going to be even later for him, you know? Like, the longer he waits with oracles, the worse it's going to get for him economically, because he can't ever kill my natural gate. He has 2 void rays. He has 2 stargates as well. That's kind of interesting. Now, that I did not expect, I have to admit. Let's see if I can kill a couple of workers. We're all going on this summer holiday. I don't actually have a super thing. I don't have the super battery. I think I might just lose this. That would be really sad. I think I get this at least. I got really unlucky there. I just didn't have a super battery. Now I do. This was really close. It was like this tight. I really didn't expect it. I thought it was only 2 void rays, the 3 void rays, and I didn't think of a super battery. So this is one of the things I need to keep in mind. I always need to have energy for a super battery in this type of situation. That got way closer than I thought it would be. Exciting little game. Managed to win it as well. 6 minutes. Get a couple of points. I think it's like 5-8, 5-9 or something like that. It's nice. 30 points. So we go up, he goes down. And yeah, hopefully we can win another game after this. Sick. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's head into game number 3. Alright, game number 3. We're going to get a 5.7k Terran player on Jagannatha. Jagannatha is the best Cannon Rush map currently in the map pool. So, I mean, it only makes sense that we are going to end up Cannon Rushing here. You absolutely love to see it, right? It's so much fun that I can play so many games in such a short amount of time as well. This really is my favorite thing. Now, I've been testing a bit, and I actually practiced a bit, and I think the ultimate timing to hit with your Cannon Rush is actually at like like 58 seconds. You want to build your first pylon 58 seconds. Now, that is ideal. It's still possible that you get blocked a little bit because well, that's just... It is truly a possibility, of course. Like, it's not like the Cannon Rush doesn't have any counters. So, what I want to do is I'm going to just chill over here for a bit. See if he's coming down there. And here we go. We start running in like an idiot. 58 is what I said. No. Here goes nothing, I guess. 57, 58, 59. This kind of is an issue. This is not good. Oh, it's a Terran. I completely thought... I did a Protoss opener. Like, oh, I'm an idiot. I really am a little bit of an idiot. Ah, you just lost the game. I got a bit unlucky that he proxied as well. Oh, but yeah. So in case of... Against Terran, you're supposed to build your first pylon here and your forge there. My first pylon was supposed to be here as well. After I scouted this, I think. Because the high ground pylon doesn't do much, unless I build it here. I guess I can build a high ground pylon here. That's probably the best way to go about it. And I can always wall off this area with like 2-3 pylons. Well, 128. It's probably one of the shortest games I've played in my life. It's so sick. It happens so fast. You make like a small error in thinking, or you don't realize what race your opponent is, and you lose quick. It's the quickest loss I think I've ever had, 128. And I've been playing for a long time. We immediately get a new game as well. It's the beauty of low MMR. Let's see, or low MMR. Oh, we get the same guy. Well, he now knows that I'm a Cannon Rusher. This map also is pretty garbage for Cannon Rush. So instead what we're gonna do is... I've actually been thinking a little bit about the idea of constant pressure, okay? So what happens if you just become the most aggressive you possibly can be? And we start with the fastest pylon. So we play a 12 pylon, we go into a 13 gate, and then we can get a very fast warp gate as well, but we stay on 1 gas. So we're staying on relatively I guess you'd call them rudimentary units. Ooh, I'm gonna be a little bit late actually with my probe downstairs. That's pathetic. Okay, 28 seconds. Yeah, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. So yeah, very rudimentary units, and just continuously pressure your opponent. Basically, that's going to be the entire goal: to keep your opponent on their side of the map and hopefully even delay their tech. Because the hardest thing, so this works well if they try to defend their low ground. You're gonna get a lot of units. You can delay their low ground. Blah 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 blah. The moment they are not defending their low ground, but instead decide, hey, I probably should actually be thinking of getting more and faster tech. I think that's when it's truly going to suck. When they get fast tech, and I'm just constantly so focused in attacking into them, right? That could be a real big issue. So we're gonna have to be very careful there. We're gonna have to be very careful there. So we get a fast cybercore. It's a really quick cybercore. I could even consider getting a zealot. I'm just gonna start the zealot, and if I see, hey, he's not scouting me, maybe I just finish the zealot. How does that sound? Oh well, I actually can't. I'm just gonna get supply blocked, I guess. Lol. I didn't even think about that. That's actually really funny. Come on, build your CC here, buddy. I know you want to. Maybe slightly too fast pylon, or is it fine? I think it's okay. Like, does he realize what's happening? Does he realize that this is really fast? I'm not sure if he does. Like right now, what he should probably be doing is something in the way of... Oh, I should have proxied this pylon. The second pylon should be proxied as well, I think. That would have been ace, actually. Okay. Pylon here. Because then we could have proxied a second gate immediately. So this is very similar to Parting's opener that I discussed a while ago, except this hits faster with the initial adepts, but later with the secondary adepts, most likely. Yep, there we go. And we're gonna just stay on 2 gates, I think. I kind of like the idea of staying on 2 gates. Did he build 2 units? Or is he just late with the reactor? I'm not quite sure. It's hard to say sometimes. I like the idea of 2 gates, but I also like the idea of having a proxied gate. In the future, I think I can just do 2 gates total, because then I just proxy my second gate. I can get 3 units. This looks pretty cool. And now, the type of tech that I'm worried about, what would be a good way to deal with that? I'm mainly worried about things like Banshees. Late Stargate sucks. Maybe I could go for Robo, or just for Blink anyway. Blink, I guess. Let's see if I can get him with this. Beautiful. And then all we really care about is getting these things out. Yeah, nice try, buddy. That's not gonna work. He actually did manage to finish this thing, which is also slightly annoying. He's going into something that looks relatively scary there as well. I think I could get faster stalkers here, and like faster second gas. Kind of like this opener, honestly. This seems pretty strong on small maps. I really think 2 gate is plenty, though. 3 gate you can put on more aggression, more pressure, but I'm not even sure how necessary it is. Look at his worker count is tiny, no? I think we're gonna kill this. Yeah, I think we just straight up win. I think we're gonna get flamed. I have a really bad feeling about this. I have a feeling we're about to get flamed. Whoop. Whoop. And whoop. Yeah, he's not in a good spot right now, I think. I'm not sure if he knows that I have a second base as well. That I'm also getting a third base. This has been very aggressive though. It's been very fun as well. Like lots of action on the map. Kinda like this type of playstyle. Always reminds me of how MaxPax plays. Like this guy plays so wild, you know? Like absolutely insane. Here we got a couple of stalkers. Get blink, and we're just gonna... I'm even considering just going again before blink. How bad would that actually be? Like, we have a couple of tanks here. Like, these units, they tank like a madman. These salads. That was good micro. Need to be careful here now. So we killed 2 tanks already. That's actually really nice for my follow-up, so we can kind of continue pressuring. And also, it's probably gonna delay everything as well. This is crazy always about these types of builds. I think is that... Oh, he actually isn't gonna be able to get any more tanks. He's just dead. The moment my blink finishes, I think he just dies. That's really funny. I didn't think that was possible. For him to just die the moment my blink finishes. Interesting. These builds are just very fun. They're very aggressive. I think it's a lot better to play than... Like, not better as in, oh, this is stronger, but it just makes for very exciting games. I wish this was the most viable playstyle, you know, just constantly throwing stuff at your opponent. That'd be really fun. Maybe I can even try to move up here. I think I can, yeah. GG. Or well, as he does it, has left the game, but I think it's still a cool little game there. Very cute even, I would call it. Nice. I really did enjoy this. I already played 4 games, I think. Did I play 4? Did I play 3? No, I played 4 games already. We can play one more though. The games are really short anyway. Like, one of the games was 1 minute and 28 seconds. So yeah, let's go. Keep going. Alright, we have another game here. This time it's going to be against Ziggy. And we're basically going to do the same concept here, except we're going to do it with a slightly later gateway. But we're going to keep up the same level of aggression, but I want to be able to go into something else a little bit faster. And I figured kind of the best way to go about that is probably to have slightly better eco. And then perhaps I was thinking personally, what happens if I proxy a Dark Shrine? So I proxy a gateway here, proxy a Dark Shrine here, and then I basically try to keep my gateway alive for as long as possible. And then the moment I get pushed back from my opponent's natural, it's basically the moment I'm going to be... he's a very fast scout, huh? That's so interesting. That's basically going to be the moment where I go like, hey... oh, okay, he pulled off for a second. It's not ideal for me. It's gonna be the moment where he'll throw down the mules. That's his second worker, by the way. I know what he's doing. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but he has 2... Wait, what? How many workers are you sending out? Hello? Dear friend? What is happening here? I'm gonna proxy a pylon here real fast. I think I might be slightly too late. Not too late. I think he's doing something cheesy. What's he doing? Oh, I forgot to... Oh, this actually is good. I didn't want to get my second gas. And now he probably thinks that I do want to get it. And oh, no, I can't get it. I'm an idiot. That's hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious, but it's at least... I find it funny. I think most people wouldn't actually think it's that great. But I find it funny, and sometimes that's truly the only thing that matters. What?
The firstborn shall persevere.
He has a Reaper though, no? I have no clue what's happening here. I have honestly got no clue what's happening here. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna move across the map and get one of these here, build a pylon here to get my DTs going. I don't know what he's doing though. I just don't know what he's doing. I am gonna need a second gas to get DTs. I just realized. Come on, buddy. Uh-oh. Not great. Not great at all. Not the greatest fan of everything that went down here, I have to admit it. Please. Relatively useful. I probably should have something slightly better next time, huh? It does feel like I'm lacking a little bit at least. This one's gonna go here. That's good. That's big even. I really like that. Wanna get a couple of these guys in here. He's gonna send out this bad boy. Pretty interesting. I have no clue actually what... I don't want to lose that though. Like if he would have gone for Banshees, I probably would have been in some major trouble. Just gonna go into the natural maybe. Okay. See what my man is actually up to. I mean, I don't think he has anything too absurd, right? Gonna get a robo here. Good micro, Kevin. Good micro. We only lost, what, one worker, I think? He lost a liberator there, so that's usually considered a good trade. We'll go straight into charge, and maybe we'll even go into forge as well. The reason I went... Okay, I see that third gas, and I'm just really confused what is happening there, you know? Like, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't actually know what this is supposed to be. Like, why in the world is there a third gas there? Is what I'm thinking. And I can't come to a good answer, like, I just don't know it. So, yeah, that's why I got a robo. We're gonna continue attacking though. He's a Raven second. Maybe he's playing mech. So we played relatively aggressive here. Did some 2-gate, well, I guess it was some 3-gate pressure, was it? No, 2-gate pressure. That one isn't there anymore. And, I mean, we do have a third base. We did some damage with DTs. I think we can actually start thinking about moving out again. Once we hit +1, I kind of just want to keep fighting. We had a good opener. Not the craziest opener, but I think it was sufficiently cheesy that I'm happy that I played it. I'm not the biggest fan of how it worked though. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense, which is good, but it also didn't feel very optimized, you know? There was no good thoughts behind it. So maybe next week I'm actually just gonna focus a little bit on spending some time on thinking about builds and be like, hey, like, what are things that could actually work that would really, you know, be quite beneficial here? I can actually build another dude there. That's obvious. That's a very obvious play, I think. I wonder what he's doing. Is he just like 2-base all-inning, or what's the play here for him? I can't really all-in into a 2-base guy, can I? If he goes too far, I can probably just kill him, no? Sometimes all you gotta do really is scare your opponent. So me being here don't make a lot of sense. But I think just being here also makes a lot of sense in that he's gonna be really afraid of me right now, you know? Like, he's like, oh, this guy is insane already. Like, what else is he gonna do? I can take a 4th base, I can do a lot of things here. Just gonna get a bunch of zealots. Send in this adept. He's still sieged, which surprises me. I mean, he doesn't actually have combat shield yet, which definitely is a mistake. That was a mistake by me though. Now he has combat shields. I actually should be very afraid. He's taking a third base, or at least trying to take a third base. So yeah, we're kind of past the point now where doing very cheesy stuff makes a lot of sense. Doesn't mean that we should stop trying though. I think Storm Drop is a good way to transition out of this, to be quite honest with you. So a couple of zealots here. These adepts have been very useful for scouting, just purely for scouting. Please, shoot yourself, shoot yourself. There we go. Lost the tank for nothing. You love to see it. You love to see it. And then from here on out, I guess we just go into what exactly? Just stormers? These three, these four or whatever. These three just go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We send one out there. One into this this vision spot. Okay, well, we know that he's coming from somewhere. Just don't know where he's coming from exactly. Okay, we have Storm. And we can probably storm this at least once. Let's see if we can even drop some storms here. Oh, I think we're winning. I'm not sure why I said oh well. Oh, that's attacking that. I accidentally killed my own zealot rather than anything else. He lost this game and we win it. Are we gonna get a GG? No GG, we haven't gotten a lot of GGs yet today, and that's completely fine. That's kind of par for the course, that's all we're going for. I think we got 1 GG maybe, so 5 games, 1 GG. That's one hell of a title. Right now we're 5-7k MMR, so we did gain a bunch of MMR, which is really nice. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next episode of the Cheesiest Man Alive. See you guys there. Bye bye.